If you have your coffee, you travel mugs, you see cups in cups, you dump your doughboys. If you have a beer hat, you wanna drink it like that, then go ahead and do so. Join me in this sip of cafecito. Cafecito
Caliente. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. This is your boy, Ralph Williams. You know, it's going to be quite international today. Some good win for USA. I guess is warranted for the time being, despite what's going on. We'll talk about that. We're going to be getting into some Mexican cartel stuff happening, and there's going to be a lot of streamers and people who are going to be having a field day online with what's going on, and much, much more. So keep it locked here on the Ralph William Podcast. Coffee with RW. I hope you guys got your brew. You can follow me on X at Ralph William. You can follow our internet station on X at WESN Radio. Download our mobile app on your app store. Just search for Epic Strategies Network and help support us by joining our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/WESN Radio for everything WESN. Go to epicstrategiesnetwork.com. Ho! All right. I hope everyone is doing okay today. And I just want to say big win for USA in hockey, and it was quite a game. That game was a historic event, man. It's going to be a historic day in hockey. The United States defeated Canada 2-1 in overtime, yo, to win the gold medal at the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. What up, USA? USA! This victory marks the first Olympic gold for the United States men's team in 46 years, bro. That's a little longer than I've been alive. Man. And 46 years occurring on the anniversary of the 1980. That was the year I was born. Miracle on Ice. Man, that's one thing that USA needed. Some win, you know. Now, not to throw shade at Canada, because Canada people are good. But, you know, we got to boast. We did our thing in baseball. Shout out to the Dodgers. And now we're doing our thing in hockey with this big win for USA getting gold medal. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's a good way to start a week, especially around this crazy blizzard that we are in. So for the East Coast, hopefully you guys are getting your ice and your sidewalks straightened out. You guys got your salt, things like that. Get it all ready and prepared to use it after this whole shenanigan is over. And I think shout out to New York. I think the Knicks won also. So pretty good day for USA. Now, of course, there was an emotional moment at the end when they had a tribute. Players honored the late Johnny Gaudreau by carrying his number 13 jersey during the celebration. So that's a good thing, man. Go Team USA. Here's one of the highlights. The golden goal, man. The golden goal. I like that. The golden goal. Jack Hughes scored the game winner at 141 into 3-on-3 overtime. That is crazy. Sliding the puck 5-hole past Jordan Binnington. Sorry. Joey Binnington. Whoa. So Jordan Binnington, not Joey. Jordan Binnington. Whoa. Let's see. Some goaltending stats, bro. Master class, baby. We got Connor Halab. I'm trying to say how you say your name, bro. Hellebeck was the MVP, stopping 41 of 42 shots, including a miraculous behind the back. That sounds like a anyway. Behind the back stick save on Devin Towers. No, Devin Toes. Toews. Toes. Devin Toes. Man. That's what's up, bro. So that's, hey, bro, 41 out of 42 shots you blocked? Man. If only a couple of buddies of mine that, wore condoms had that kind of luck. Ugh. All right. So in terms of scoring, we had Matt Body. Matt's Body opened the scoring for Team USA the first period. While Kale, I like eating kale. Kale Marker tied it for Canada late in the second. Man, that's what's up, bro. It was a good game to watch, and good job for USA for giving us that win. It was pretty good to have that much overtime, and that game was whew. So kind of like the Dodgers versus Blue Jays, they took it all the way to the end, baby. And at least this time, we won. We won it in USA fashion. And sorry, Canada. Better luck next time. And we hope that you guys enjoyed it just as much as we did. Now, before we move on, let's take this opportunity to let you guys know about the Epic AI Verse. If you want to check us out in a different form, we have many albums that have been made, and there is a lot out, and there is some ready to be released. If you have a hankering, if you enjoy Coffee with RW, yours truly, Ralph William, or any WESN, affiliate group, then check us out at the Epic AI Verse. If you go to epicstrategiesnetwork.com, you can see there is a page dedicated to the Epic AI Verse. You can go to Spotify or wherever you get your streaming services and check out our catalog. There is so much music there that you're bound to find something that you enjoy. There's reggae, there's country, there's R&B, there's salsa. There's so much out there. Euro, there's grime if you're from the UK. I personally enjoy Rafa Roots. That was one of the early ones, but there's plenty of other good ones. There's Ralphie Cafe. There's Willie. So much more. There's a reggaeton island boy genre there. I don't know what you would call it, but go to Epic AI Verse, and you can use our music for any of your videos on Instagram and TikTok. So that's the Epic AI Verse. The Epic AI Verse on YouTube, and on Spotify. All right, let's jump ship into the Mexican cartel. Ooh, man, there's some craziness happening in Mexico because apparently, you remember there's even, I think there was a Republican, or it doesn't matter, Republican, whatever, congresswoman that was calling out the president of Mexico for protecting or being under control over the cartel. And maybe not even just her, like probably other people in the United States that, are playing nice with Mexico for some reason because of their ties with the cartel. But we will never know, just like the Epstein list. But one of the things that happened on Sunday, I believe, along with Mexican military and United States military, pay attention to that. The Mexican cartel, one of the leaders, or the leader, El Mencho, also known as, let me see if I can say this without sounding extremely Caucasian, even though I'm Spanish. Nemesio Ruben Oseguera Cervantes. It was a large-scale operation targeting the drug kingpin. El Mencho was the head of the cartel Jalisco New Generation Cartel. Jalisco New Generation Cartel. And one of the world's most wanted drug trafficker. Now, one of the things that Trump said, or he's going to get blamed for anything, right? For everything. It doesn't matter. So it's either going to be Trump or you can blame it on Homeland Security guy. That drugs were coming into the United States, not just the United States, but all over. So we can all get, red pilled and say, this is a good win. We got, for the people that still believe in tooth fairies and Easter bunnies, we took out a bad guy that was bringing in drugs into the United States. Now, if you are red pilled or black pilled, whatever the phrase is, and know that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Sorry, kids. That just means that the United States took out this drug guy and took over his supply of whatever drugs that he had. I wonder if they're going to end up in the streets sometime. Just wondering. If any new low housing complex, or I wonder if any of these drugs are going to end up flooding the streets, just like it did way back in the day. Or maybe it won't. Who knows? We'll see. Now, following the killing, chaos erupted in Mexico, with the majority of the madness taking place in Puerto Vallarta. There's been smoke thrown in the air, buildings, shootouts taking place in the streets, and I'm going to be playing some audio soon about that. And in the airports, there's a young influencer that obviously is going to start recording what's been going on in where she's at the airport. Canadian journalist Dan Dix documented live from Puerto Vallartas saying the military is roaming the streets and detailing what the situation is. Now, here's a Twitter post of I don't know why I keep forgetting. Well, an X post by Mike Madrid, scenes that have been taking place in Puerto Vallartas. There's a lot of smoke coming from buildings. You hear the sirens. He must be on top of a building or something. There's a lot of smoke coming out of there from different buildings. And we're going to go to another video by Matt Wallace on X. That was in the airport. Showing more smoke. People running. There's a public bus on fire, which is crazy. Here's a Twitter post by someone named Desiree. And somebody's going to document what's said. It must be in the airport. Everybody's scattering around.
No, ma'am. ¿Están bien?
Asking if everybody's okay. Everybody in the airport is scrambling around. More footage from the airport. Everybody running.
Corre, corre, corre.
Run, run, run. It's people shooting.
Corre, corre, corre.
More people in crowds running around, running away together. They were shooting. People running with their luggage in their hands. Someone is walking with the camera, pointing at everything. Everybody's leaving the airport. They're in a parking garage right now. Everybody was leaving. Here's some more footage. Somebody was shooting. Somebody driving in a vehicle showing smoke coming from buildings. This is how we're living. It's horrible.
No mames. ¿Están bien?
Are you okay?
Who said this?
There's a whole bus is on fire right now. That's crazy. Let's see.
Press for Truth coming at you here live in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Just had the military driving past me, and as I understand it, I should not be around anywhere where the police or the military are, because they are the target right now. As you can see, this whole place is like deserted right now because there's burning cars back there, burning cars right here still smoldering, and the situation is incredibly intense. As I'm sure you've already heard, there was a top drug lord cartel member, El Mencho, who has been killed. I believe there was a $15 million bounty on this man's head, and he is now dead, and that has caused this whole situation to pop off. The place looks like an absolute war zone right now, folks. Cartel has been setting up blockades in the streets, stopping cars. A whole bus was set on fire. You've got cartel members who literally look like the military. These guys are serious. These guys mean business. Costco was set on fire. A hospital was under attack. People running for their lives. There was the Guadalajara airport that was under attack. People literally running all over the place, screaming and crying. The Puerto Vallarta airport as well has had a big scare. A lot of people were evacuated on the tarmac. Had to run out on the runway to get away from the intense situation. And it seems like it's not about to slow down anytime soon. As I understand it, the cartel have announced that they are going to be entering private homes and potentially hotel resorts at 5 p.m. Our time if their demands are not met. So this thing could be just the beginning of what we're seeing here. I mean, the situation is so intense. I've been doing reports from my resort where there was just smoke surrounding all over the place, cars being lit on fire everywhere. And, I've been posting those to my Twitter, Dan Dix PFT. A lot of people have been re-uploading the footage and just saying, look at this footage a tourist got. I'm not a tourist, guys. I'm a journalist. I'm here working, actually. I've been speaking at a conference for the last 5 days, in attendance at this conference, and I'm here now documenting on this situation live. And it was a little scary being over there right as I'm starting the video. I had military rolling up on me, and as I understand it, that could often be cartel members. And if it's not, these guys are the guys who are being targeted by the cartel members. So very, very intense situation popping off right here. As I said, go to my Twitter if you want to keep up to date with my reports on this.
Shout out to him for being a Canadian journalist, and shout out to Canada and doing your due diligence and being out there and capturing all that footage. Make sure to go, if you haven't heard it, rewind this and listen to it. Or if you find it, follow the man and keep up to what's going on. I know some people that, they like to go into Mexico a lot of times. Shout out to you guys. I hope you guys are safe. If you're thinking about going over there, if you have family over there, make sure that they're okay. And, be careful. It's going to be crazy to find out what was the reason for this. Well, obviously, if there was a bounty on this guy's head and if it was a joint venture between United States and Mexico, then everybody's going to get it. But the crazy part about it is how connected the cartel is. Not really meaning connected, but meaning like how integrated the cartel is with society, their society, where they can walk around in military gear and you wouldn't know if they're a part of the cartel or Mexican military. You don't know who to trust. And a lot of people that go to Mexico, or people would tell them, like, look, you got to be careful when you're out there. Like, people out there have different kinds of standards or morals or however you want to classify it, where some will say right there and then, hey, you need to throw us some money. If not, you'll end up in a ditch and no one will find you. Like, that's just, and I'm not saying this is a Mexican thing, Mexican cartel. This is probably anywhere around the world, but that is the reality that's happening over there. Let me play some more clips. I wish I might have to do a video version of this so you guys can take a look.
See the flames
underneath that black smoke. Major flames there. Huge plumes everywhere. Another big one over there. Another one directly behind this resort we're staying at. Pretty much surrounded by this right now. Really intense scene happening here in Puerto Vallarta. Hopefully we're able to get out tomorrow, but the airports are shut down as it is right now. And as I understand it, military may be getting involved soon. Power may be cut very soon. So pray for us, guys. This situation is intense.
That's somebody, an American probably. And this is going to turn into a lot of other, if there's going to be, what do you call it? If they are asking for something, the cartel, when will it become a matter of time where they find somebody that's important from the United States? Or what's going to happen to, just for the hell of it, they'll grab anybody or just grab everybody that's from the United States and take them out, just for the simple fact that United States had a part in it. I don't know if that's their intention, but if this was a movie, that would be the way the plot would go. And being who the United States is, it might not look good for a lot of people. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what other clips. Oh, this is one of those non-speaking clips. Okay. I didn't need to play that one. Let's see if I have anything else. Some more clips here. Some more footage of they're by the beach, the port, just looking at all the smoke that's in the air. Everybody out with their cameras on the beach and just showing the mayhem that's happening. It's a crazy situation out there. Crazy situation. So with that being said, I'm going to play this video of a young influencer that is out there, and she put out a video, obviously. And it's going to be very scary for her. And you guys can get an understanding on the feeling over there. Just telling everybody to get to the ground, and my grandmother.
This is the Guadalajara airport. Beauty Bird, an influencer who's known for her Get Ready With Me videos on both TikTok and Instagram, has posted this to her story of people terrified after the cartel leader, El Mencho, was killed. The cartel has become very vengeful and is attacking people all across Mexico, specifically in Jalisco.
Yep. That is what's going on over there. And it's going to be crazy. Even here today, in the funny, not funny, this is not a funny thing, but one of the things that happened was this morning. I don't know, I'm sure it has no relation, but there was an attempt on President Trump's life, sort of. Some guy started walking to or on the property of Mar-a-Lago. I believe he was around 19, 20 years old, and he had a shotgun and was met with Secret Service, and they took him out, obviously, right? Because nothing, you can't just do that, right? That was just, that's what you wanted, pretty much. You wanted that to be your last day. Speaking of last days, for anybody that wants to be a part of our NASCAR, I know there was a big win over the weekend as well. I know I'm mixing it up. Good news, bad news, good news, giving you a little sandwich here. But some good news with NASCAR, that Jordan's team member is doing pretty good. His car doing pretty good, winning 2 weeks in a row. Man, right in the beginning, right at the start. And with that whole craziness with Jordan and everybody jumping the gun on, the whole kid thing. I mean, come on now. I know we're all like Epstein junkies, but let's not jump the gun with that. But congratulations for Jordan and the driver. And if you guys want to be a part of the NASCAR racing, we do a show on the day of NASCAR, which on NASCAR on Sundays, which is run by one of our DJs at WESN, Mama Bear Tracy. She does the Mama Bear Tracy show, which you can listen to on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on WESN. You can download our app or go to epicstrategiesnetwork.com and tune in. She'll talk about it. But we do a Sunday show. We might be on YouTube, on TikTok, or both. And we just go through the NASCAR race and talk about it, the BS about it. And we have a little game going, a little league game going. So if that's your bag, if you're into it, good job for, Jordan being at the center of attention now again in another sport. But before it was obviously basketball, and he tried his best with baseball, but right here, when it comes to NASCAR, he's gonna bring more eyes to the sport and hopefully throw a wider net to a bigger audience. And we're here for it, man. So good job, Jordan, your driver. And we'll see what happens next week. All right, now let's get back to the gentleman that was taken out by Secret Service at Mar-a-Lago. Here's a clip.
All right, so we got an update on the individual who was shot by Secret Service personnel down in Mar-a-Lago on the 22nd of February around 1:30 a.m. Apparently, the guy's name is Austin Tucker Martin, who is a 21-year-old from Cameron, North Carolina, who, in case you missed the previous post, early Sunday morning around 1:30 a.m. on February 22nd of 2026, he drove through the north gate of Mar-a-Lago, which is President Donald Trump's resort in Palm Beach, Florida, as another vehicle was exiting, which breached the secure perimeter. He was armed with a shotgun and carrying a gas canister, also described as a fuel can or gasoline canister in other posts. Two Secret Service agents and a Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy confronted him and ordered him to drop the items. And then, according to authorities, he set down the gas canister and then raised up the shotgun, aiming at the Secret Service agents and the Sheriff's deputy. And then they responded by firing, fatally shooting him at the scene. No officers were injured, and that was pretty much that. Now, the weird part about this is the fact that his family had reported him missing on the 21st of February of 2026, and investigators believe that he traveled south from North Carolina and acquired the shotgun while he was en route to Florida, because the box for the weapon was also found in the vehicle, and his family didn't recall him having that shotgun prior to. Now, President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump were not at Mar-a-Lago at the time. They were actually at the White House, and the White House described the individual as a, quote, crazy person in a statement from Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. And that being said, the motive is still under investigation, and authorities are working on a psychological profile for this guy because he was not previously known to law enforcement per any available reports. All right, so we got an up.
All right, well, there you go. That was that guy. And man, what makes you like? Now, I'm not a gun expert, right? Like, not at all. No way. But why are you going to put a shotgun? Like, you're not going to get any good range, I'm assuming, right? At least I know that much with a shotgun. And what were you going to do with it? You think you're going to be able to just walk into Mar-a-Lago with a shotgun and a gas canister? I don't know. Anyway, but there you go. That is your update. It is a crazy, manic Monday. But you got some good news. You got some, USA winning in hockey, beating Canada, winning the gold. You got some craziness with Mexico. And you got some good feelings with NASCAR. Michael Jordan still kicking it in the headlines. And you got this fool thinking that he's John Wick and is going to take out the president. So it's, and on top of that, we got a big blizzard smacking us in the face throughout these couple of days. So I hope your coffee is warm and stays warm, because it's going to be a cold one out there. And it's not just the weather. It's going to be a cold day in hell. Remember, this is Coffee with RW. Stay humble, but be hungry, and you'll always be blessed. Take care. Peace.